Let's see how to make this reusable rope creator in Unity with the help of hinge joint. To demonstrate how a hinge joint works, I created a game object, added a hinge joint component, and then added a rigid body 2D component for physics. I then made 2 duplicates of that object. In the hinge joint, there is a field for connected rigid body 2D. Drag the rigid body of the segment you want to connect the current segment. Rope has already been created, but it's too manual. Let's think like developers and create a tool for it. To achieve this, I built a script called rope2d. I started by creating a variable to control the number of rope segments. I then made 2 more variables to get the start and end positions, and last I made a prefab reference for the hinge joint object. To get points between points A and B based on segment count, I created a method and used a basic lerp function to find the positions between them. I added some code to the onDrawGizmo method so that I could see gizmos in the editor. To do this, I just made a loop where I took position at each index and drew a sphere with a radius of 0.1. Then I applied this script to an empty game object and created 2 new game objects called point A and point B, and attached those objects to the respective fields. By doing this, I successfully established a base for getting segment positions and editor visuals. Now, after I've made a basic transform array to store segment objects, I've also created a method to generate a rope. In that method, I simply instantiated rope segments, and then, for each subsequent segment, I connected the rigid body of the previous segment to the current object's reference. To draw buttons on the inspector, I used the Naughty attribute add-in, which is available for free download from the asset store. Then I added another method to remove every children's segment in order to remove rope. Yes, the rope generator is finished. The following step is optional. I have written a further script to handle line rendering. It just uses the reference of the rope2d creator to define the positions of the line segments based on the rope's segments. With that, we are finished. I created simple rope material and added it to the line renderer, then added this rope script to the same object, which has rope creator script attached. By doing this, we successfully created our own rope creator. Please feel free to ask any question in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe.